Let's have a look at the numbers as they relate to China's fishing ban in the Yangtze River. Under the current ban, no fishing is allowed in 332 nature reserves and conservations. That will be expanded to all of the Yangtze's natural waterways and major tributaries starting January 1st, 2021. The Yangtze River is home to over 361 species of fish. 177 of them are only found in the river, including the world's only freshwater porpoise. A WWF report this year says 4 Yangtze fish species are now extinct and another 61 threatened. Of those 65 total species, 69% are endemic to the Yangtze River. The river used to provide 60% of China's freshwater produce at its peak, but the annual catch has been declining. It's fallen from 380,000 tons in the 1950s to 90,000 tons in recent years. The ban has put many fishermen out of business. And to compensate, local governments are providing over 210,000 fishermen with social security services and helping over 160,000 fishermen find new jobs. Now, for more on this, we are joined via Skype by Mr. Wang Songlin, Chair of the Jingdao Marine Conservation Society. Thank you, Mr. Wang, for joining us. Now, we just heard that about 20% of fish species in the Yangtze River are endangered and a few are already extinct. How critical is the situation?
Thank you for having me here. So the Yangtze River region, as said, is a truly global hotspot of fish diversity. Of the over 360 fish species recorded, almost half are found nowhere in the world. The drastic fish diversity decline is truly worrisome, particularly in the recent years, given the fact that over 100 species have not been recorded or found by the recent scientific surveys. It is also a real ecological tragedy to see that some very iconic species, such as the reef shad, known as a top delicacy in history, and the Chinese paddlefish, known for its unmatchable size, are most likely to be gone forever.
Now, Mr. Wang, given your expertise, how do you think the 10-year fishing ban can help restore the Yangtze River's ecosystem?
The theory underpinning this 10-year ban is to allow some commercially most valuable species, such as the common carp, mandarin fish, bronze gudgeon, which typically anywhere between 3 to 5 years to reach sexual maturity, to reproduce free from fishing pressure for 2 to 3 generations. And the ban is most likely to help bring back those less migratory fish species. It will also help restore some of the critical habitats, such as the Poyang Lake, China's largest freshwater lake. And these habitats are critical biodiversity hotspots across the Yangtze River region as well. But having said that, I'd say the ban is by no means a panacea or a silver bullet by design. So for those highly migratory fish species, such as the 2 species of remaining sturgeons and the 4 main or major species of carps, there's additional effort highly needed to help reconnect their breeding and feeding ground, to minimize the negative impacts from pollution and better regulate sand mining. So all these efforts are essential and critical. And lastly, I also want to maybe softly point out that some invasive species, such as the red swamp crayfish, might unwantedly benefit from this 10-year ban. So some targeted fishing pressure to keep removing these species might also benefit the Yangtze River's ecosystem health and integrity, and also endemic biodiversity. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Wang, for those perspectives.